gather these words, but we miss the great truth in doing so. We give more importance to the words than the truth. This is how we miss the Master. This is how we miss the understanding behind the Master's words. People ask me, Swamiji, if we should stop comparing and everything, then does it mean we should renounce everything and become a spiritualist? Most people think that the moment I say you should stop comparing and stop running, etc., I'm asking them to escape from all the worldly matters and become a spiritualist. Especially while talking about this Vishudi chakra, they start feeling this way. You see, spirituality, or for that matter sannyas, is not about renouncing at all. It is about having the deep awareness which will automatically shrink your mad desires to basic needs. And it will give you the energy to fulfill them and turn inwards. Whatever needs to be done in the outer world needs to be done. No doubt about that. You have to earn your living. You have to look into related matters. You have to keep the body alive. All I am saying is, bring in awareness into all this, so that all unnecessary occupations in the outer world automatically disappear, and you live with a clear understanding of the purpose of your very birth and life. All forms of illusion, all borrowed desires, all instilled fears, all forms of jealousy and comparison, passion and lust will then undergo a complete transformation and become blissful energy to you. A small story. A master was walking with his disciple when they came to a river. The disciple was surprised and asked, Master, are we going to cross this river now? The master calmly replied, Yes, we are. And be careful not to wet your feet. The disciple could not understand what the master was saying. The master was trying to tell him that spirituality is all about crossing the ocean of life without getting your feet wet. Spirituality is not about running away from worldly things. Be very clear about this. Spirituality is actually life engineering. In colleges, they teach you different types of engineering. They're all merely certificates you get in return for selling your brains. Life engineering is what needs to be taught to each of us. Spirituality teaches you to live like a Paramahamsa or a realized one in the material world, neck deep in water, yet untouched by it. It teaches you to live in an intense and fulfilling life without violating any person or property. It teaches you to disconnect yourself from your intellect and see with wide-eyed innocence the wonders of existence without any illusions like comparison, jealousy, lust, etc. It teaches you to move synchronously with existence and experience the power of coincidence, wherein you find things that happen automatically in response to your inner joy. It teaches you to be in an ever prayerful and grateful mood. It teaches you to be receptive to the ways of existence. It teaches you to enjoy every moment from your inner core, instead of being swayed by your outer periphery and the emotions associated with it. It teaches you to celebrate life every moment instead of looking for reasons to celebrate. Spirituality kindles your inner intelligence and accelerates your performance in the outer world. It awakens your awareness and takes you to a deeper consciousness. It takes you from lust to love, from worrying to wondering, from false to truth, from pain to bliss, from jealousy to celebration. Now tell me, where does renunciation come into all this? And one more thing, people think that they need to allot a separate time for spirituality. Not at all. You will know from what I have said that this is not required. The people who claim that you need to allot separate time are not spiritual people. They are religious people. Religion needs time because of rites and rituals. Spirituality has nothing to do with quantity or time. It is to do with the quality of your life. If you have the sincerity to seek the truth, it is enough. You can then devote all your time to doing everything as an earnest meditation, and you will surely attain your goal. You will automatically shine at work. You will automatically shine at home, in interpersonal relationships, without any energy blockages like jealousy and comparison. You will adapt yourself to any kind of surroundings easily. You will feel at home in any place and with any type of people. Home will not be just the place you live, but the whole of existence. You will break free from mental and physical conditionings, and you will rise to merge and become one with existence. The problem is, people are contented with just following rituals. There is a certain security they enjoy in doing this. The science behind the rituals is no more known to people, but the rituals are ego-fulfilling to them. Rituals are complex, and we always find it a challenge to keep pace with complex things. People come to me with their problems and ask me for a solution. I tell them that I will take care, and I suggest to them to sit for a while under the banyan tree while they are in the ashram. The banyan tree in the ashram is an energy field, but they are not happy with that answer. They ask me what rituals they should do to make things better. If I tell them that they should go 108 times around the banyan tree in the ashram, they will be very happy doing it. You see, when you go 108 times around the banyan tree, it becomes ego-fulfilling for you. You then feel that you have worked hard and that you will get the benefit out of it. This is how we have trained our minds with respect to religion. Even in religion and rituals, I have seen people compete with each other. If your neighbor has done a particular offering in a particular temple, next you go and do the same offering in that temple. What is the focus on? The deity or the neighbor? You have missed the whole thing by doing these things. People feel proud in saying that they have visited so many important holy shrines all over the world. They make a list of the temples they have visited. Immediately, the people who listen to these stories make an effort in surpassing these achievements. After visiting all these holy shrines, your ego is still solid and your Vishudi chakra is still locked. Have you ever thought about that? All these things are done only to progress in the inner world, to be free from comparison and jealousy and similar things. But here also you miss the point, and again you do things for the sake of the outer world. I have seen people reading recitations in front of the deity. They will read a few lines and then call out to the maid to find out if she has finished the job she was asked to do. Or they will read a few lines and see how many more pages there are to finish. This is how they relate with God, and they feel satisfied at having read the recitation at the end of the day. And on top of it, they will repeat such recitations for 21 days because they have taken a vow to do so. Then they will proudly go and tell their neighbor or relative that they fulfilled such an arduous vow. Everything that we do is mostly just to tell people that we did it and sow a seed of comparison in them. Most often it is like that. You see, if you decide to follow rituals, do it with utmost sincerity, with a feeling of deep connection with existence. When you do it this way, you won't even talk about it. When you decide to follow the ritualistic path, commitment and sincerity must become your master keys. So do it with utmost sincerity. Today there are hundreds of ways of ritualistic worship. You don't have to get confused as to which one to follow. Just decide to follow any one way and do it with commitment. It is the commitment that gets you the benefit, not the ritual itself. And one more thing, don't look for instant results. Today everyone wants instant results like instant tea.